Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for clicking on. It's a weekend or it's an afternoon update, not a weekend update. It is an afternoon update for Tuesday, 23 July 2024. And we're starting out with breaking news from Yellowstone National Park. The Biscuit Basin in Yellowstone National Park just about 1 hour ago exploded, as caught here on.
Shit! Run! 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 Shit!
Again, this is Biscuit Basin in Yellowstone, a very popular tourist attraction. As you can see, people out on the walkway. We don't know about injuries. We don't know if this is a precursor to more seismic and possibly volcanic activity from the caldera underneath Yellowstone. But once again, just about 1 hour ago, this happened at Biscuit Basin.
Shit! Run! 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 Shit!
Explosion at Yellowstone Park at Biscuit Basin. Of course, if you don't know, Yellowstone is situated over one of the potentially deadliest super volcanoes in the world, a multi-hundred thousand year dormant Yellowstone with volcanic activity. Other news: Biden is alive. Yes, of course he is. Uh, Laura Loomer and the the person I didn't even know about until a couple of weeks back, um, who looks like Big Nose Kate, the girlfriend of Doc Holliday from Wyatt Earp fame. Um, Joe Biden is indeed alive. Of course, he's alive. He's not feeling well. He's not. He's not strong. Um, and in all honesty, for those that watch the show know that I lost my oldest sister a couple of months back, and she had been declining for a while. And I've spoken about how I've seen some similarities in how um, Joe's just fitness, let's put it that way, both mentally and physically. Um, they've they've mirrored a lot of what I saw with my elder sister before she passed away. Um, but Joe is indeed alive. He's going to speak from the White House tomorrow night at 8 p.m., I believe, and he's going to address the nation about why he has stepped away from the campaign trail and why he will continue to be president of the United States until January 21st, 2025. New polling coming out: Harris Trump with dog eater Bobby Kennedy involved. Kennedy's still drawing 8%. That is dropping rapidly as people are finding out. Bobby Kennedy is not is not um, is not exactly in line with what you would think of the Kennedy family. Let me just put it that way. These polls are significant. They are within the margin of error of 3 points. 44-42. Harris leading Trump in the new Reuters poll. Um, 42-38 and 8 in the poll with Kennedy. This is a 4 point bump for Harris. This is a 2 point bump for Harris. Why are these significant? It's the first time in since last year's. It's the first time since 2023 that Trump has been behind in a poll with Biden Harris involved. So there has been a bump, without a doubt. A lot of talk about Senator Mark Kelly being the potential vice president nominee with Kamala Harris. Should she indeed secure the nomination? I know there are those out there hearing that saying, "Doofus, you're proving yourself to be a doofus by being the only one that doesn't think she's got this nomination locked up." Well, tell you what, I don't think she's got this nomination locked up. Yes, she does have a lot of endorsements. Please let me remind everyone, endorsements can be withdrawn just as easily as they are given. All right. We are still weeks away from the convention and months away from the election. And in all honesty, this is the way it used to be done. There used to be conventions, you'd pick the nominees, and then for a couple of months, they'd run for the office, and then you'd vote. Um, Elections are now nonstop. As soon as one election cycle ends, the next election cycle begins. Why is that? It's because of money. Think about the amount of money that is involved in elections. You got people making money off of advertising. You got people making money um, off of polling. You've got people making money as staffers, constant election staffers. The amount of money that is involved in elections has blown the election thing into its own business, and it's not in the best interest of the American citizens. But as I said, Mark Kelly, he may end up. Well, I'm not going to say that just yet. I've got some information about Mark Kelly that.
I remember my first flight in the Navy. It was rather.
Hold on. I've got some information about Mark Kelly. Actually, Mark is a twin. He's an astronaut, former fighter pilot. You guys probably know all of that. Married to Gabby Giffords, who was shot in a real attempted assassination attempt, not one that might have possibly been staged. We don't know yet. And this is a good dude. For those that don't know him, here's Mark Kelly.
I remember my first flight in the Navy. It was rather unfortunate. So I show up at the airplane. I'm in Corpus Christi, Texas. I'm brand new at this, but I went through ground school. The flight instructor is, there at the airplane. I'm all ready. I've studied. I've prepared. I'm in my Navy green flight suit.
Key thing there, studied and prepared. That's something you want in somebody that's potentially going to be leading the country.
And unfortunately, as I leaned over to put my helmet bag in the airplane, I had one of these pockets unzipped, and it was full of change. And I lean over to the airplane, and all these quarters, nickels, dimes, and pennies go flying into the cockpit. So the flight was over before it started.
Wow.
That was my first flight in the Navy. My last flight in the Navy started at 250 miles in the space shuttle, a couple days before undocking from the space station, and then flying Space Shuttle Endeavour back through the atmosphere, Mach 25, hitting the atmosphere over the Pacific Ocean, giant fireball all the way across the Pacific, over California, over Texas, with a landing on runway 15 at the Kennedy Space Center. It was my last flight in the Navy, and it was Space Shuttle Endeavour's 25th and last flight.
So that's Mark Kelly, the potential vice presidential choice for Kamala Harris. And if indeed there is a contested convention, and Michelle Obama, for some reason, does not take a nomination, don't be surprised if this guy's name pops up. All right, I know you're saying, Michelle Obama, quit talking about Michelle Obama. I can't. I'm not going to, because I'm not the only one. Just because I'm the only one you're hearing it from, I decided to Google Michelle Obama for president. Michelle Obama, speculation that former First Lady could defeat Donald Trump. Donald Trump responds to Michelle Obama threat in Newsweek. Why only Michelle Obama could beat Trump? Letters to the editor. Michelle Obama, our nation turns its lowly eyes to you. With Biden out, Michelle Obama would be Donald Trump's worst self-inflicted nightmare. 9 alternatives. Democrats should they not choose Harris? Michelle Obama to replace Kamala Harris. Vivek Ramas, I don't know what that's from the Times of India. So only Michelle could best Trump. And Biden's Obama grudges drives 2024 resolve. I mentioned last night, and I got a little bit of pushback. There are grudges in politics, people. Just because you don't see things doesn't mean they aren't happening. All right. One more thing before I get off of that. Somebody also wrote me and said, okay, Biden's not going to endorse Harris because of a grudge, or Obama's not going to endorse Harris because of a grudge. And let me respond to that. Remember, I say on here a lot that who you support says more about you than it does them. There's a reason the Obamas aren't supporting Harris. If they supported Harris, it'd make a statement about them. Think about it. Think about it. It sounds really basic, but it's something you need to keep in mind as you look at politics. This gentleman has an opinion of what's going to happen to Trump. Here's what he has to say. And this is just these are his thoughts, and then I'm going to tell you what I think of his thoughts.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall on the Republican National Headquarters because there's two things that they realized this morning. The first thing is that it's over for Donald. You're in big trouble, dude. Two ways. A, you're going to get fucking smoked by the women of this country who are all going to turn out in droves to vote for Kamala Harris. And the second thing, motherfucker, you're going to jail for a long time. And if they ever get around to investigating the so-called assassination attempt that you staged, you could be indicted for accessory to murder.
Okay, let's take that apart.
I'd love to be a fly on the wall on the Republican National Headquarters because there's two things that they realized this morning. The first thing is that it's over for Donald.
Okay. The reason he is saying this, as we pointed out at the beginning of this, is the first time in the first polls that have come out, Harris has taken a lead over Trump, and that is going to send shockwaves through Republicans. Not Republicans. Actually, Republicans want MAGA out. All right. So he's talking about Republicans. There's a difference between Republicans and MAGA. And I've said this, I'll keep saying it. The MAGA people in politics, Johnson, Boebert, MTG, on and on and on and on. They aren't going to pay attention to any of this, but they are sweating it a little bit. They're going to blow it off because it's only 2 points. However, it's just getting started. The Republicans are elated because they want Trump gone. They have want Trump gone. Mitch McConnell screwed up in not allowing a trial in the second impeachment after J6. They've known this. They don't say it publicly. Again, you're not going to hear everything you hear on this place. You're not going to hear it anywhere else or very few other places. They are going to panic. They are going to panic. And I've got another little segment coming up here that'll just show you a little bit more about that. But let's dissect the rest of this 51-second statement.
You're in big trouble, dude. Two ways. A, you're going to get fucking smoked by the women of this country who are all going to turn out in droves to vote for Kamala Harris.
Okay, something about that. That is what everybody's speculating. My experience is women don't always like other women, and everybody automatically says, well, if it's a woman running, all the women are going to vote for her. That's not how it works. That's not how it works in real life. I'm sorry. I know that is a meme, I guess, that gets perpetuated throughout media, but it's not how it works in real life. I'm just saying.
And the second thing, motherfucker, you're going to jail for a long time.
Now, let me address that because I have heard rumblings about that. The Democrats have been really, really handling Trump with kid gloves because they are scared of a MAGA uprising. They have been scared of a MAGA uprising. This is what I was told. The MAGA said they were going to rise up if Trump were charged with anything, and he was. They said they were going to rise up if he was indicted, and he was. They said they were going to rise up if he was brought to trial, and he was. They said they were going to rise up if he was convicted, and he was. And in their eyes, we don't know what happened. But in the MAGA eyes, Democrats tried to kill Trump, and they did not rise up. I'm just saying that what I am hearing rumbling was if September 18th, when the New York court sentences Donald Trump, that he's not going to jail. Don't be surprised if they put him in jail and call the bluff of the Republicans, MAGA primarily, who say they'll vote for him even if he's in jail. That's what I'm hearing. That's a long way off, and there's a whole lot of stuff to happen between now and then, but I did want to get that out there.
And if they ever get around to investigating the so-called assassination attempt that you staged, you could be indicted for accessory to murder.
Remember, I posed that back on that Saturday night. Chris and I were on at 9 p.m. shortly after the shots had been fired at Butler, Pennsylvania site. And one of the things I said was, there's always the possibility that this was a pre-planned thing, that people were going to get shot in the crowd, but not Trump. And Trump almost got hit accidentally. He got hit with a fragment of something, whether it be plexiglass or metal. He didn't get shot in the ear. We showed that. We've shown simulations of what would have happened had he gotten shot in the ear. But those of you who don't want to say he got shot in the ear, okay, you go ahead. You go ahead. However, if the Congress is holding a hearing right now, Congress is investigating, which is just, dog chasing tail, Republicans investigating other Republicans. The FBI is also investigating. If this does come out that there were ties, if there's some way that this kid was tied to, say, Roger Stone or Mike Flynn or Ivan Ranklin, if somehow there is a tie back to Trump and that guy got killed because of Trump's desire for power, he will be charged as an accessory to murder. That's what this gentleman's talking about. Let's move on. Small break here. This is I just had to show this. This is okay. I can't play the music, but I just found this to be one of the most incredible videos I've seen. This is a guy on a flying carpet. Sorry, again, I can't play the music. Maybe the Aladdin thing was real after all, huh? First of all, I don't know. I do know. First of all, I would not be up that high. Second of all, I would not jump off of that spot, even if I had a parachute on my back. Um, but I would not be trying to navigate a Persian rug. Um, and this guy is, I mean, this is an incredible video, in my opinion, and it need a little break every once in a while from all the really serious stuff. So after talking about Trump possibly trying to stage an assassination attempt or somebody trying to assassinate him, one of the two, you need a little break. And of course, I didn't fill up my drink before starting this, and he does pull the ripcord, drops the carpet, and again, I thought you all might think that was pretty cool. Again, we need it because I got some really serious stuff coming up here. I've been talking about how the concern for the Paris Olympic Games and how it would be the terrorist games. Well, this has come out today from Hamas.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم يستمر كفاحنا ضد الكيان الصهيوني نوجه رسالة إلى الشعب الفرنسي وإلى الرئيس الفرنسي ماكرون لقد دعمتم النظام الصهيوني في حربه الإجرامية ضد الشعب الفلسطيني لقد زودتم الصهاينة بالأسلحة وساعدتم في قتل إخوتنا وإخواتنا وأطفالنا لقد قمتم بدعوة الصهاينة إلى الألعاب الأولمبية سوف تدفعون ثمن ما فعلتم سوف تتدفق أنهارا من الدماء في شوارع باريس وهذا اليوم قادم بإذن الله تعالى الله أكبر.
Okay, that's not a real head. That's not a real head. That's not a real head. Okay, that was a mannequin head. So don't freak out over extreme violence or anything like that. That was not a real head. However, that doesn't mean don't pay attention to the message. Dr. Eli David, Israeli. Remember, we said the West is next. Hamas released a video threatening rivers of blood will flow through the streets of Paris at the Olympic Games. He recommends taking them seriously. They mean what they say, as we learned the hard way. He is referring to October 7th when Hamas attacked Israel. Anthony Scaramucci, former close advisor to Donald Trump, had this to say 7 hours ago. So Trump with the millstone is what it's supposed to be, but it's Millsone, typo. So Trump with the millstone Vance is going to get hammered by Harris Kelly. His numbers are going to starting falling like a stone, and he will drop out of the race to cut a deal to avoid jail. Just wait for it. That's something I said earlier too, a few months back. I said there's always the option that Trump decides to throw all the Congress people that were involved under the bus for J6 in exchange for agreeing to never run for election again and to not have any jail time. And if indeed New York court judge puts Trump in jail in September, I would guess within a few weeks of being inside that jail, he would be dealing. So maybe Scaramucci is onto something as well. We'll see. Today, a pirate boat tried to board a container ship, and it says workers pulled out 2 machine guns and blew up the speedboat. It wasn't workers. It was Ukrainian security guards that were on the ship that were on the container ship, and it wasn't a speedboat. It was a drone from. It was a water drone from the Houthis. So, despite everything the guy wrote being incorrect, the footage is indeed valid, and we will look at that. There's also still pictures and video of Trump golfing today without the bandage on, without anything wrong with his ear. I haven't included them in this stream. I want to make sure that they are legit, and we will show them tomorrow night.
Yes, give him one quote. Go on, let him out.
You can hear the cock.
Yeah, it's fucking unmanned.
Yes, warning shot. Online skip, online skip. Блять. Попали нахуй.
Взорвали.
Окей,
Блять, видео.
Okay, there we go. That's what's going on in the Persian Gulf, in the Red Sea. Another poll, choice for president, this time from CBS News, and their poll shows that women voters, 52 to 47 over Trump. Black voters, 76-21 over Trump. Voters in the 18 to 29 range, 62 to 37. You probably have heard the term brat, B-R-A-T. It doesn't mean what it meant when we were younger. It means pretty much just the opposite. And the youth are embracing Kamala Harris at the moment. Harris's campaign requested vetting materials from Governor Cooper of North Carolina, Governor Kelly, Governor Shapiro. Senator Kelly. Let me start again. Governor Cooper of North Carolina, Senator Kelly of Arizona, Governor Shapiro, Pennsylvania, Governor Whitmer of Michigan, Governor Walz of Minnesota, and Governor Pritzker of Illinois. Kelly and Shapiro are the 2 top contenders according to ABC News, and I haven't heard anything to dispute that at the moment. Kamala Harris becomes the Democratic Party's presumptive nominee after winning support from delegates. Again, no votes have been taken. Democrats are going to screw this up by trying to do something that appears nefarious and having a vote online ahead of the convention, so that the nominee is not actually selected publicly, and it's all done online. And there are going to be lawsuits if they keep going down that road. I'm telling you, and it's going to open up things they don't want to open up. They ought to just do it the right way if they're going to do it. And if Harris can't win the convention, if that's why they're not going to have the vote, then she shouldn't be the nominee. I mean, if you can't win the convention, you shouldn't be the nominee. That's pretty obvious. All right, there we go. Trump is going to meet with Netanyahu on Thursday at Mar-a-Lago. Harris has declined to be at the joint session of Congress where Netanyahu is going to speak. She would have been sitting behind him as president of the Senate, and she is not going to be there, dissing Israel, or at least the Israeli prime minister. And Biden had to cancel his meeting today. I don't know if they'll get that rescheduled or not, but in the meantime, Trump is going to meet with Netanyahu at Mar-a-Lago. He'll probably show him all the secret documents he still has down there, and we'll see what happens. I'll be back on tomorrow night. Wednesday night, I'm coming on at either 9 or 10. So hit the notification bell so you'll know when we're on. I'm going to come on a little bit longer so I can get opinions from people in chat and maybe have some people hop up here with me. But for now, that is our afternoon update. And if something major happens, we will be back with it. If not, we'll see you tomorrow night, either 9 or 10 o'clock, depending on how things play out. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the share. I love y'all. Thanks for being here. Be blessed. It's a dark world. Also be a light. I love y'all. Thanks for watching. See you next time.